Hi, Lauren.
My friends, they're filming their podcast.
Bobby Gelter and Aaron Wells.
It's Bobby Gelter and Aaron
There's a lot
Wells.
of people here. There's 4 people in there.
There's a lot of people. There's 4.
There's so many people here.
Alright, are you ready to sound check?
But
Yeah,
I came across the
shut the
street.
fuck up,
and then
Taylor.
he typed
Hey,
something
Tay.
across the street.
Just let her finish the
I'm
Oh,
getting
no, I'm sorry. That was rude of me. Don't listen to me.
Bobby's under the cloud
smoking
outside.
again, so
Bobby's smoking again.
I'm off the wagon.
He's off the wagon.
She doesn't owe anyone.
Oh my.
You weren't recording that
I haven't been recording the entire time.
the entire time.
The entire time.
I told you to start recording and you forgot.
It did the thing. It did the thing where it recorded for 2 seconds and then stopped.
We have to do the whole thing again.
No.
What do you mean, no?
We're gonna have to like use the camera audio for the first half or something. I'm so tired of having audio issues.
I feel like we could condense what we just did and make it better. Because what did we even say?
Hello.
Wait, I kind of like that.
No, I loved it.
And welcome to Did You Mean to Say That? The podcast where we did not mean to say that. I'm your co-host, Aaron.
I'm your co-host, Bobby.
We already filmed like 30 fucking minutes and we weren't recording. So welcome to the show or welcome back to our channel.
We is crazy because I told you to start recording.
And I did.
Okay.
And you know what happened.
I know.
You know what happened.
It
My phone
stopped.
does this weird thing. I don't know if it's my phone or the mic, but sometimes when I hit record, it'll record for 2 seconds and then cut it off and not tell me. And that's what happened. And now we have a 2-second recording of a 30-minute conversation.
Which actually could be condensed, so let me jump right in.
Jump
I've
right
been
in.
working on my personal brand. We're trying to get sponsored. I put out a poetry book. Aaron didn't know about it because I haven't been promoting it because I feel self-conscious promoting stuff when I don't get love on it. Much like my last Instagram post. Insane.
Can't
I know you
talk
liked
about
it.
it.
I know you guys liked it.
The one that you posted today?
Yesterday,
Oh, sorry.
less than 70 likes. Anyway, I wrote a poetry book. It's called Off the Hook. You can Venmo
You can
me.
find more info in the description.
Okay.
Venmo him $12. He'll send it to you.
We are filming on a new location because Tay's on a date. That's not why. But Tay is on a date.
We're not at my apartment, as you can see. And, like, this is really cute. I'm, like, loving this.
Oh,
now.
I wish we could film here every time.
And maybe we will.
Maybe we will.
It's
Maybe
free.
we'll have to.
Okay.
We're not talking about Aaron's personal life.
That was too much.
I'm sorry.
I'm moving. Who cares? I'm moving.
I'm terrified. You guys. Stop asking her for pictures in public.
Oh, stop. Okay. We are on a different set today because I have some shit going on in my life and I really want to talk about it, but I did a tarot card reading last night and it told me not to talk about it and I'm not going to defy that. So I'm not going to talk about it. Stop asking me to talk about it. Yeah, we're doing a quick run through of what we've already said.
She
and
sent
I
us-
hate repeating myself, so I'm not having a good time. I really want to move on.
Just deep breath. It's
I
okay.
hate repeating myself.
It's
As you
okay.
know from the vlog.
'Cause
that we
now it's
never
all
released.
funnier.
It's so funny.
She sent us a photo of tarot cards spread across the ground with candles and a cup of TJ Higgins.
Nope, T. Higgins. That's okay.
I don't know. I am wearing a Bengals hoodie because they won, and Pete Davidson,
Stop. This is so fucked.
Pete Rose.
R.I.P. Pete Rose. All right, so let me jump right into our topics because, like, fuck everything we said the first time. I don't know. I can just hear myself saying all the same shit again, and it's so upsetting. Here we go.
See, I love saying the same shit again because I do Tea with Bobby G, and we have to record it like 5 times. So every time I do it again, it gets funnier.
Oh, okay.
So, like, lean into that.
Okay.
Just because we're saying it again doesn't mean, like, oh, it's so annoying. It means, like, we have a chance to, like, we already communicated it so we can, like, bounce off each other better.
Okay.
I say this as someone who doesn't have a personal brand. Just kidding.
Right.
I do.
We're working on it. And we're going to this is our year. That's what we said. This is our year. Okay.
And I did get a sponsorship on Tea with Bobby G that I can't talk about yet. I said that too. We're remembering all the things that we already said.
Did we get them all?
No.
Okay. My favorite ex texted me last week. Okay. And the gasp. Right.
It's shocking.
I've obviously already said all of this. So here we come. Oh, we also have a live studio audience
Wait.
today.
Maybe we shouldn't pretend that we already said it. Like, we should just say it again and pretend.
This one's fine. I'll just, whatever.
Okay.
So my favorite ex texted me on Thursday. It's Tuesday. He said, would you mind filling this out for a product I'm developing? And it's a survey for a product that he's working on. I said, I was born to fill out surveys. Please include me in any future surveys or market research. Because if you know, you know, like, I'm very involved in the research study community. I'm a Procter & Gamble child. Mm-hmm. I love market research.
What was the product?
It was salt and pepper shakers, grinders of like different sizes and shapes and colors and varieties.
Okay. So him saying he's developing these.
He's making them, I believe.
Okay.
He's like going to school for some type of design or engineering or something. Hot.
Okay. Yeah.
And I love him, and we've spoken very highly of him on this podcast. Bobby had a crush on him in high school, and so did all of his friends, and like, who didn't? Mm-hmm. So he said, thank you. The next morning, I text him, and I say, please check out this product I developed, and I send him a link to our podcast.
Ghosted.
He ghosted me. Fully. It's Tuesday.
Maybe he's just been binge watching. He's quite speechless because
maybe
of how...
he watched maybe he watched the episode where we last talked about him and was so mortified for me, secondhand embarrassment, that he'll never reach out to me again.
I think he's mortified because he didn't reply. So now at this point, what is he gonna do?
No, I'm just gonna text him again at some point, something funny, and be like, right.
Did you shave your mustache?
Did you? No, I can't talk about the mustache. It's
but you
so
already did on
embarrassing.
here.
No, I'm saying I can't ever bring that up to him again because it's so embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I asked him if he still had a mustache. He said yes. I said prove it. He sent a picture. He sent an emoji of the mustache, and I just sent the drum emoji. And then I clarified what I meant by that and said like when you tell a joke and you're like, but never answered, obviously.
Because we already talked about this. He probably knew what you meant with the drum.
Of course he did. It was insane of me to even text again.
The clarification, which is so funny because if any of us were texting a guy and we're like, should I clarify what I meant by the drum emoji? She'd be like, no, just...
But here's the difference. I don't
He's
care.
so hot.
No, I just don't care. Like, I wouldn't need to double check that because I don't care what he thinks of me.
And you don't care what these people think of you.
Because I'm not trying to date
They
my
need to stop asking
high
about
school
your
ex.
personal life.
Right. So that was the thing, is that people have been just kind of like
Inquiring.
harassing me and just like making me feel
Sending me death threats.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just getting like really out of hand, and it's almost like people feel entitled to like my personal life and for me to tell them things.
Yeah.
And you guys aren't entitled to that, and I'll tell you on my own time what's going on. Speaking of fame, it's time to talk about Chappell Roan.
Okay. So, Levi and I, the other night, when we got home, we were laying in bed. We're talking shit about Chappell Roan. I'll own it. I was like, I don't care anymore. She's boring me. She's very off-putting. And then the next day, he sent me a TikTok of this guy talking shit for like 20 minutes about her. And then I was like, why, as a man, do I have an opinion about a woman who's clearly been put in a very vulnerable, hard situation? Look, we talked about this a few weeks ago about like feeling bad for millionaires.
And I'll
stuff.
keep talking about it. Not millionaires, famous people.
She's definitely a millionaire.
But I'm saying, like...
just in general.
I don't feel bad for rich people only. It's famous people.
Yes. I think that this was her dream, as it was all of ours. Who wasn't a little kid, like, I want to be a pop star. And then you become a pop star, and then it's like, this is not what I signed up for.
Totally.
I think my shit talking was coming from a PR standpoint, not from a humane standpoint. Does that make sense? Because, like, as her publicist, I would be like, be a little more blank, you know? People would have more sympathy if you blank. But what Chappell Roan's point is, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm saying what I'm saying, and I don't care about any of you because I famously don't know you.
at all, and we don't know her.
So I still think her music is annoying. Sorry.
That's okay. I'll bounce back.
But I don't disagree that she has a right to be a bitch.
And just a person existing.
Yeah,
That's the
she is
thing
a
that we
bitch, though.
always talk
Sorry.
about is the lens, the insane lens that you put on people. I would be a feral fucking bitch too if every word that I said, every move that I made was constantly being scrutinized, which we've said a million times on here.
For sure.
She also has like debilitating bipolar disorder, which is already a beast of its own. Mm-hmm. And if you get famous with that, I can't even imagine what that entails.
It probably entails sadness.
And then mania and all of it.
Yeah.
Then on top of that, she goes, here's my qualm, okay? One, we're not entitled to it. We're not entitled to her opinions. We're not entitled to anything she says. We're not entitled for her to say the things that we wishes that she would say. Mm-hmm. Which now, of course, leads us to...
Our live studio audience is leaving.
They just got up and left.
Are you guys coming back?
It's just like a Trump rally.
Wait, are you coming back? Oh, okay. I wonder
roll
if we
it.
could
You
hit
need
it
a grinder.
in
You
here.
need
We
a grinder.
can't smoke in here. Never
We
mind.
can smoke right out there, which I need to do.
Go smoke.
Not now.
Okay.
So, yeah, what upset me was the political commentary. I have no problem with her not endorsing a candidate. What I have a problem with is how deeply, deeply, deeply uninformed she sounded and stupid as fuck
Yeah.
that she sounded. She was just like, there's problems on both sides. And that's literally what she sounded like.
Well, yeah.
And there are, but she couldn't articulate any of
But
them.
it was very clear that all of her statements were coming from a place of self-defense and not actual care about the issues.
For sure.
Like-
I think the first one was.
Yes. I agree.
And even still in it, she said regurgitated vague tweets about nothing. Like, she mentioned Palestine like one fucking time. And then she said the Democrats are passing anti-trans legislation.
Who? Where?
Who? Which one? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And like, if your argument is that both sides are bad because we're under the capitalist boot and nothing matters and this is all fucked up and we're funding a genocide, go off, girly.
Yeah.
Say that. Say it louder. Say it prouder. Say it more educatedly.
But she wasn't.
And
She
then
was saying...
Ethel Kane came out and defended her in like a very small blurb and sounded more informed than her 6-minute long rants.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what pissed me off so fucking bad is like, do some fucking research, have an actual opinion instead of just literally regurgitating what you hear online because you're a chronically online person.
Or don't. And that's my thing. I'm like, if you were just a celebrity and you're like, I don't want to talk about anything, just don't.
Just shut
But
the fuck up.
it was just, maybe I'm being misogynistic. But it was on the heels of her talking about how she hates being famous and stuff. And it all just seemed very defensive in defense of herself, not actually caring about anything she was half saying.
Exactly, half saying. And like, I just feel like, yeah, I feel like it was a response to people begging her to endorse Kamala.
Yeah.
And she was angry. Which, again, she has bipolar disorder. She's been thrown into the fucking
And
spotlight.
she has a right to be
She's but a
angry.
girl. So, like, I don't
She is but a
expect her to
girl.
come to the table with a PR response. Also, I'm over media training. I'm over PR. Like, I love this new wave of brand new celebrities coming out and having zero media training and just saying shit. Like the Love Island US cast, everything they were doing in all their interviews was just like fucking chaos. Like, all these new age celebrities just don't get the media training anymore. And Mackenzie was saying like she hates it. And I'm like, no, I live for it. Like, I want unfiltered.
Like Renee Rapp.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
exactly.
agree.
So yeah, I just feel like be more specific, actually educate yourself. Because if you were actually, this is my thing with protests, okay? This is my thing with demonstrations. This is my thing with anything like this. You need to have clear demands. Like, if you are withholding an endorsement or you're speaking out against something, like, have a goal in mind.
Okay.
Like, don't just talk out of your fucking ass for no reason. Like, and you're right. She was just defending herself and didn't actually have a care in the world about Palestinian children.
Because why would she?
Or trans people.
Because she's a millionaire.
Or whatever. Exactly. I think that she does care and she's, like, infuriated because she's Gen Z and they all are. Who isn't?
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. It was just whatever. Then she canceled her show after all this.
2 shows.
2 shows. She was, like, at a festival.
2 or 3 shows.
I don't know what it is. To me, I don't care about that. I feel like focus on your mental health. People will understand. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. What she's doing is how we prevent a Britney Spears, a Lindsay Lohan. Like,
No, I agree with that. I
like,
agree with that.
preserve yourself at all cost. You do not have to be part of this insane machine.
And Shawn Mendes canceled an entire tour citing his mental health.
Louis
and people were
Capaldi
like, he's so
canceled shows.
strong
So
for
brave.
that. So brave
So
and strong.
And what I wrote down is, she doesn't owe you shit. Women don't owe you shit. You do not fucking know this person. She has severe mental health problems and fame is fucking insane. Just because you think you want it does not mean that she needs to be grateful for it.
Yes. I
So
agree
that's
with
the
that.
thing is, like, people are like, do you know how many people would kill to be in your position? Like, until you're there. That's the whole thing. She thought she wanted to be famous too. And now she's famous and it's horrifying.
And she's not saying like, haha, canceled. Like, don't care about any of my fans. She's like, I'm so sorry. I need to take care of my mental health.
Literally. Love you
And
guys.
she famously, when she got into her record deal, made a lot of stipulations. Like, I call the shots. I will cancel anything if I need to. And I think that's really good. And that's what, like, Taylor Swift has been telling younger artists
That's
to
what
do.
we need to be working towards.
So, like, we can't applaud people until, I don't know, I was talking shit. And I will own that.
Well, you woke up with a change of heart. And now we're having another change of heart on the podcast.
For sure. I just also just don't care about her.
I love her. I think the political shit was annoying. Everything else, I'm so over people thinking that famous people owe them something. Like, I'm so
for
beyond
sure.
over it. It's so creepy. It's so weird. The parasocial shit is so fucking weird. Like,
And it's very like you expect them to have media training and to say these certain things that are all fluff. And it's like,
and again, you expect them to agree with you, and if they don't, you're upset. As
Yeah.
if you guys are friends.
yeah.
And now you need to end this relationship because you guys don't have the same ideologies on things. Like, you don't know these people. I cannot stress that enough. You never met them in your life. And even if you have a meet and greet, you don't know them. You don't have a relationship with them. Like, they're strangers who just wanted to make art
Yeah.
and be rich, which is fine.
And I'm having a little bit of a crisis as a man with this.
Okay.
This is okay. If she was divaing down for me and maybe she was like, I'm not saying this is a good quality of mine. I think if she was Ariana Grande and Ariana Grande was doing all this, I'd be way more like supportive. I think because I don't like her music that much, because I don't find her interesting, I don't care. Is that fucked up?
For sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like,
But I also, like, I'm not, like, gonna... Well, that's what I was saying to Levi, too. Like, we were talking shit. Like, girl, if you hate it, just stop. Mm-hmm. But, like...
you can't stop once it starts.
You could.
But, like, she wants to be making this art. She is an artful... She's been working towards this her entire fucking life.
And she probably wants the perks of it without the bad side of it, which, who wouldn't? So I think I need to do some research in my own head.
And I think it's what we've kept saying is, like...
I think I'm just partial because I don't like her that much.
For
Like,
sure.
I don't like her art that much. I think her songs are annoying. I hear them every single day when I'm DJing.
And I love it.
And I just think she is off-putting. But, like, that doesn't matter.
But have you seen her Jimmy Fallon interview? Because it's so funny.
I do love her Jimmy Fallon.
She,
I loved
something
her. I was
gay,
a stan.
And they go, woo! And she goes, there's gay people here. And I loved it.
And she was talking about, like, the fucking twink at Google.
Yeah.
Ooh, have we ever talked about this? How I hate the word twink.
I'm sure. I feel.
Oh,
You don't think. Maybe not.
I don't think we have.
Maybe not on camera.
Well, I'm gonna say it real quick. I think the word twink and bear and otter and all of those are very destructive to people because you are literally labeling people based on their body type. And I, as a former twink, struggle with that a lot because I have struggled with body image issues. And then being compared to so-called twinks and all of that is very damaging. And there's probably skinny young men out there who want to be buff. There's probably heavier people than me who want to be that. And I just think it's all like, we shouldn't call people labels based on their body type alone. Right?
I agree fully. I do use the word twink. I do fear. But I feel like you need to have other qualities. It's not just about being skinny.
Okay, but if
twink
you're,
is a lifestyle.
it's just not how people describe it.
Yeah, well, they're stupid. Like, I would never call, like...
Yeah, but you would never call someone who's overweight a twink. And that's my point.
I think I might.
You might,
I might.
but you probably wouldn't until just now when I said that.
I have and I will based on their mannerisms and their personality. If they're giving bottom energy...
See, but that's also the thing. Like, I don't know. It's so much pressure for everyone.
For sure. Yeah, it's very interesting and very still gender conforming in its own way.
Yeah.
Like, you're basically saying one of you fucks and one of you gets fucked, and you need to fall into those two categories or you're not desirable. Mm-hmm. And that's insane.
Exactly.
So,
And damaging.
slavers.
Anywho.
And, like, I love that, like, someone, like, is, like, challenging the beauty standards. Like, just being a top.
Yeah.
Like, just, fuck you. I don't need to fit into your box. I don't want to have my ass fucked.
And I love that.
Me too.
I do need to have my ass fucked.
Totally.
But, like, if I didn't,
So,
who's to say? I'd be fucking.
so if you were called a twink, would that offend you? Because, like, I
Well,
would
that's
absolutely
the-
consider you a twink.
Oh, my God.
A twinkie faggy bottom.
See, that's the thing. If I was called a twink, I would be delighted, and that's the problem. I
Yeah.
don't want to be...
We need to break that cycle.
Yeah, because there's a form of, like, validation there that
For
I don't
sure.
want from a label based on
Totally.
my body or...
I truly
I'm
believe that,
taking.
like, outside of that, a twink is a lifestyle, and I think that you are a twink in
I
your
think...
heart of hearts.
See, I can get behind that. They're staring at us because they want us to smoke. So anyway, that's my piece on it.
Me as well.
I've been struggling with body image issues since I was 15.
And that sucks.
Yeah.
And that is, like, truly 89% because of
Yes.
gay culture.
Yeah, exactly.
Like-
for a community that like wants to be so uplifting, they're just really
and welcoming
not.
and inclusive.
It's just not. And that's why people throw around those words all the time and like they don't mean it in a mean way. They're not like, but like, you know, twunk. It means like you were a twink and like shit like that, and people just use it
Oh,
like
that's sad. Because what's fucked up is that you can age out of twinkism.
you
and
do.
that's
Everyone
fucked up.
does. When I aged out of twinkism, all the guys that I was, not all of them, but a lot of guys that I was involved with sexually, like, didn't pay me piece of the time of day because
disgusting.
I wasn't young enough, I wasn't skinny enough, blah, blah, blah.
Well, were most of them older?
Yes.
Because I feel like we're coming into a new generation of inclusivity.
I
Where,
would
yes,
agree.
it still absolutely is rampant, but like I do feel like our generation and like Gen Z generation, the queer community is extremely inclusive, and I do feel like the male sector of that, it's the patriarchy, it's the male gaze, it's literally everything that's wrong with the world. Like, men are the problem in every fucking group. Literally, every group of people,
Yeah.
men are the fucking problem.
Yeah.
Because that is not an issue in the lesbian community at all whatsoever. Like,
No,
yes,
they don't
there's
give a
dyke
fuck
and
how much
femme
you
and
weigh or
whatever,
how
but,
much
like,
you look.
Absolutely
They just,
not.
are you attractive? Are you fun?
Everyone's beautiful. And like, like burlesque is so inclusive. Drag is not that inclusive. Like
No,
you cannot
not at
have you need to have a specific body type to be considered good drag.
Yeah.
But like burlesque, oh my god, everybody is beautiful.
Yeah.
Fuck men.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
And I agree. So, fuck you all. I do have to pee now.
Perfect.
That was crazy.
And I will smoke.
Listen up, twinks.
Oh my god. While the camera was dead, I went outside and smoked a full joint, which I never do. I always tap out, and I did it mindlessly. I didn't even notice. And now I'm so high that it hurts to hear.
I didn't say anything.
Right. So the last thing, okay, Bo and Yang did a segment on Weekend Update on SNL where he was Moo Dang
As
Chaperone.
Chaperone. It was so funny.
And it was so fucking
Okay,
funny.
thank God.
And now the internet is like ripping him apart, and he's literally like, he like posted on his story and was like mocking her. Like, are you guys fucking serious? Like, I support everything she's doing. It was like comparing her to an animal in the zoo. I'm like agreeing with what she's saying. Like, what the fuck? You guys are so weird.
I don't
But it
think
was
he
really
was
funny.
necessarily comparing her to an animal in the zoo.
Moo Dang.
Oh, in the skit. I
Yeah.
thought you meant on his Instagram story.
No. He said, like, I was pretty much
Yeah.
likening what she's going
He
through.
obviously doesn't give a fuck about Chaperone.
He
He's
loves
friends.
her.
I'm sure he likes her a lot.
He's like interviewed her before.
I'm over her.
And it was just funny as fuck. Like, it was just really
While you were
fucking
gone,
funny.
I leaned more into my misogyny, and I hate her. I'm just kidding. I love her. Hot to go. Request it, please. More.
Please. You texted me the other night and said, someone just paid me 10 American dollars to play Hot to Go.
They did.
You cannot, first of all, assume it's coming on at the gay club at some point. Maybe not if Bobby's the DJ.
Yeah.
Well, that's, you
But
gotta
it-
know your audience.
The audience was a bachelorette party.
Then they want to hear Hot to Go.
They did.
They requested it for
They gave me a lot of
$10.
money. They were
I love
really
that.
nice, actually.
I love them. Speaking of animals at the zoo, Lana Del Rey married an alligator wrangler or whatever.
So here's the sitch. Did you see the tweet I retweeted that was like, anytime Lana Del Rey does something crazy, everyone texts me as if I'm personally responsible?
That's so funny.
That's kind of what happened. Also, Maddie and I agreed and decided that, like, we're happy for her, despite his tweets about beating up trans people. Sorry. I'm not sorry. Well, I am sorry that he said that. Hold on. You guys.
I'm not aware. I don't know anything about him other than that he's an.
He is a alligator tour guide. Okay. First of all, I was in Louisiana at a bayou seeing alligators a week before they got married, so I'm assuming they were there already. So I was in the presence of Lana and her hubby. He has had some questionable posts on social media. It's giving Trump, it's giving beat up trans people. So we're just hoping that he had a change of heart.
I don't think it would matter to her if he did, so it just doesn't matter. It's
And
just
that's
so
how-
on brand for her.
But it's a hard pill to swallow because, like,
It sure is, but she's told you so many times who she is.
how?
By marrying a cop who
No.
was also a Trump
She
supporter.
didn't marry the cop.
Whatever,
She was
dated
dating
him
a
for
cop
years.
who was married.
Okay, so that. First and foremost, that.
But her music.
And then she said some weird shit during like the protests, and then
No.
she did.
She didn't say weird shit. She wrote a lyric about the protests happening around her.
And she also posted photos of protesters as if it was like,
An aesthetic.
yeah, and also didn't blur any of their faces. And also said something weird about someone once. Her and Kaylani were like
Mackenzie,
beefing.
what? I need you.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you feel about this?
We
'Cause
talked
we're on
about, are we even sure it's real?
I
That
was
was our
gonna say-
first
That they
thing.
got married?
Yeah.
I
Abs-
think it's all
Oh.
fake plot. I think they definitely really got married, but I think that this is just
Based
all
on
fake
what?
plot.
Photos of aerial views of them
But
walking
that's-
down the
that's what I'm
aisle?
saying, like,
No.
I just feel like
It was real.
How do you know that?
Every single publication posted it.
I think that wedding was really happening, but is it for a music video? Is it the same thing as the Waffle House shit? Like,
I think
And that's what
she's a lost soul.
for certain. But I think that she's in rollout mode right now. So I think right now she wants all eyes on her. So she's just doing
she's
shit.
putting on a country album. You don't think she's gonna fake
she
marry an
has
alligator tour guide in Alabama, Louisiana?
Who wouldn't? But what I'm saying is she has spoken in her music so much about wanting to get married, wanting to have kids. Like, she met this guy 3 years ago.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
My favorite part of all of it is that someone like posted about this when they just were dating, and she commented on it and said no.
She was saying, they posted that that guy's daughter was saying shit. And she was saying no. Like,
I thought
that's
it
not
was two
his
separate
daughter.
things.
It was the same post. She said no, and then she said also that's not his daughter. But like, they got
Also, that's not his daughter.
They got married. They just did.
Sure.
They did. And it's hard to swallow as a queer person who your favorite artist of all time, favorite poet, favorite singer, favorite celebrity is marrying someone who has these traits. But
She's your favorite celebrity? I think that's
of all
where the
time.
disconnect is.
Of all time.
What about her celebrity is intriguing to you? She seems like an awful person and is never in the limelight.
Whoa.
Based on everything we just said,
I mean, yeah, that's not thrilling to hear.
would you ever marry someone who was tweeting about beating up trans people and voting for Trump and saying racist shit, presumably?
I would not.
And
But
would
I
you-
also didn't.
Would you
write
date a
Venice
cop who
Bitch.
was married?
Well, no.
Okay.
I would fuck a married cop.
Ugh, God.
I probably wouldn't. I probably would. It depends.
I don't know if I've said this on here before, but like, there is no world in which my pussy would get wet for a police officer.
Totally.
Like, ever. Except for that one at the banks. Hello?
I have to post something for work.
God, I loved him so bad.
And I'll think about him forever. And
Why
maybe
did
he
they
wasn't
not?
really a cop.
He was.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because sometimes they're
Yeah,
not.
he just says. He's
Oh,
not a
my
security.
God.
He's a sexy ass cop at the
Sexy,
bank.
sexy, sexy. One of the sexiest guys I've ever seen in my
Sexy
entire
ass
life.
It has been hard for me to swallow this. I don't know why that's.
That's what I'm gonna be saying when the cop puts
I
his
need
dick in my
Wi-Fi.
mouth.
I need Wi-Fi because I'm supposed to be tweeting something for work and it's not going through because we're in a dungeon.
Let me put my hotspot on, baby.
Thank you, baby.
I don't know when the recording stopped.
Wait, it stopped?
Yeah, no idea when.
Aaron, we'll find out.
Ariana Grande and Cynthia, can't remember her last name ever. I'm so sorry.
The video?
The Vanity
Did you
Fair
watch?
lie detector test. Yes.
Oh my god, it was so cute and funny.
It warmed my heart so much.
I was cracking up.
And they love each other
Oh
in
my
a way
God,
that is,
do
like, makes
they?
me emotional.
Mm-hmm.
It was so sweet. And Ariana was like fixated on the fact that people are gonna think that she thinks that we didn't actually land on the moon, and it was really funny.
It was hilarious. I love when they were like, is the Illuminati real? And she's like, I don't know.
I don't know. And I'm on a really annoying side of TikTok and Twitter right now that's like pulling TikToks. But they had a field day with that in a not fun way, in like a, see, they're all scared, they all know about it. I'm just like, oh my god, she was just being funny, and she doesn't know, she wasn't lying. So
She probably has heard whispers.
like we all have. Shut up, the Illuminati isn't fucking real. There's a lot of things that are.
I think there is an Illuminati, but it's people in Hollywood that are all on drugs and they think they're the Illuminati, but it's not the way we think.
I just think that the Illuminati as we know it is not real. But I
No.
think that there are dark, fucked up, weird ass fucking things going on, and I don't think that it's the Illuminati.
Yeah.
It's just not my culture to believe in.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe in like other shit. And like, again, like we were saying with the P. Diddy shit, like some of the shit that we do know about is so awful and so mind-boggling that it's like, I don't even need to create a conspiracy theory about this. Like, this just is what it is, and it's insane.
Yep.
and fucked up and psychotic. And it's just like, I don't know. I'm over. And like, I love a good conspiracy theory, don't get me wrong. But I've ventured into a side of TikTok or fucking Twitter that I don't want to be on right now. And like, everything is so annoying. I need to get
mine
back
are
to
all
the funny.
so funny now.
We flipped. I'm
flipped.
so deep in political,
But I was never in
fucked
that.
up.
I was in like self-help, and now I'm in hilarious. Like it's Bob the Minion hanging himself.
I need to, and I was just about to say I need to go to your likes and like all those tweets, and now I fucking can't. Fuck you, Elon Musk. Like literally. Do your big one. That was me telling God to kill Elon Musk. All right.
Oh, also, did you see the comment? It is left to right on the sign of the cross.
The comments. Who said that?
My friend Emily, who also went to St. Max.
In our comments.
If here's the deal. If
I
you
didn't
do it
see
with
that.
your left hand, it is right to left. You cross first.
And it had something to do with crossing your heart.
But then someone else said it's getting rid of the misery and into the glory. And I was like, I hate religion.
So I use my right hand and I go left, right.
Yeah, but if you do your left hand, it's right, left. Because you're crossing
Your heart and hoping to die for God.
for sure.
Okay.
And fuck trans people.
Oh my God, bitch. Okay.
It was a joke.
Speaking of my political Twitter, I know, but it's interesting and it takes us to a different place, sort of.
Okay.
So I saw the video of Trump basically.
The one where he says, "You've never seen a more beautiful body."
No.
Wait, did you see that one though?
No.
Wait, you guys. It is so.
Then his?
No.
No,
Aaron, you're not ready.
it's so funny.
Is he talking about Moo Dang?
No,
No.
it's so funny. Hold
I'm
on.
so-
Talking about just himself. It's nuts.
It-
Oh, he is talking about himself.
It's funny.
And I will keep on fighting for you and for this country that we all love. That's why I'm doing this. I tell you what, I had a good life before I did this. Nobody was shooting at me.
Oh,
I had a hell of a life. Oh, those locations, those beautiful. I could have been sunbathing on the beach. You have never seen a body so beautiful. Much better than Sleepy Joe.
Who's not running anymore? Please give it up, old
Leave it.
man.
I just keep saying you've never seen a more beautiful body. You've never seen a body so beautiful. It's so funny.
Oh, those locations.
Those locations is so. Those locations.
Oh my God, wait, that's so funny. Okay, that is like, I can really never laugh at what he says because like it's dark, it's grim, it's bleak.
That wasn't that grim.
My thing is people are always like, at least he's funny, like at least we're getting content out of it, and I'm like, no, he's not funny.
That was funny.
You guys don't, no, but we're laughing at him. He's not funny.
He wasn't being serious.
Absolutely he was.
No. Saying you've never seen a more beautiful body.
You think he's doing a stand-up routine at his rally?
Yes.
I think
You're giving him way too much credit.
Well, I hate him. I hope he dies
I
today.
think he's being funny, but I think the people that are listening to him take it to a step further where they don't think he's being funny.
Yeah.
I think
Him saying that, he was just saying like,
He's being
obviously I don't
cheeky.
have a more beautiful, like, he's not saying obviously he was just like telling a joke.
And he was like playing into the like Joe Biden's on the beach. Like back when I was on the beach, my body was so sexy. Like, oh.
I'd fuck him.
I
I'm kidding.
think,
I
oh
hope
my
he
God.
dies.
I'm being I think he was being absolutely dead ass serious
Oh.
about thinking that he has a beautiful body. He tries to defend his
No.
like health and stature all the time.
I don't think that.
He wasn't joking about his hands or his health or any of it.
Well, I think he was joking in that.
I don't. He's a fucking narcissist. They don't play about that shit.
Yeah, maybe.
I just don't think it's funny at all. That was funny though. Locations was really funny, but not because he was making a joke, because I'm laughing at him. But
Okay.
then I get scared because his fans are listening to that same speech and being like, yes, our king, our God is an awesome God, he reigns.
Well,
above."
everyone was laughing. I think he was being funny in that moment, but I agree with you in general. But I'm still not voting for him, for the record.
We are endorsing Kamala Harris. Sort of. No, I get it. I get not wanting to endorse her. But like, yeah, I'm voting for her. Fuck off. I don't
Yeah.
have time to talk about that
And
anymore.
I would assume everyone watching our podcast also is. Or they're not voting.
You
Because
never
they're
know.
lazy fucks. The other night, on Friday night, I was...
Wait, I need you guys to know that he texted his boyfriend before this and said, can I tell that story? And now we've been waiting like 2 hours to hear this story.
It's... Okay. I got drunk on Friday night because Levi and I went to Birdcage where I was DJing. He was like, I'll drive, you can drink tonight. And I was like, bet. I drank.
Mm-hmm.
And then
The house down boots.
The house down boot. Honestly, not really. I was sipping seltzers, but then at the end of the night I had a tequila soda, and that's what set me over the edge. We're leaving, I'm like, you're taking me to White Castle again, right? You know.
Obviously.
He was like, obviously.
Right.
Go to White Castle. Daddy's horny.
Oh, okay.
And
I could never imagine where this was going.
You guys, have you...
I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm gonna go ahead and say no, but go ahead.
No one has ever. I'm sure some people have. In the White Castle drive-thru, we're sitting there a while.
Yeah.
Okay, they're taking forever.
Yeah.
It's a Friday night.
You whip it out.
I whip out my ass.
Oh, wait.
I go like this. Pretend this is the car.
Okay.
I'm not gonna whip out my ass, but... He goes, what are you doing? And I said, showing you my ass. He goes, stop. I get so offended, you
Oh
guys.
no.
I'm staring out the window the rest of the time, not speaking a word. I'm so mad. I'm like, you embarrassed me at White Castle.
In front of who?
He
You
was-
yourself?
He was like, well, people could have seen we were in the drive-thru at White Castle. And I'm just like, Mackenzie?
Which White Castle?
Oh, Norwood.
Norwood, obviously.
I'm
Nothing they haven't seen before, so honestly.
I am
they're
just
fine.
like distraught.
Yeah.
Because humiliating. Because like 20 minutes later I'm like, I just whipped out my ass in the White Castle drive-thru. And like him saying stop has no inkling of like, I'm not attracted to you, I don't want to fuck when we get home. It's like, hey babe,
Can you
we're
stop?
in the drive-thru.
Can you turn around like you're a 3-year-old and sit back down on your seat?
Yeah. So we got home and I'm just pouting. And then eventually I was like,
Right.
you were right. If I had done that, I did. If you didn't want it in the White Castle drive-thru line,
I understand
I
that.
understand that. So we're stronger than ever.
Can I say though, I've definitely engaged in the probably specifically White Castle drive-thru.
Okay, thank you.
As well as McDonald's.
Levi, you hear that?
Have I ever turned around in my seat and pulled my pants down with my ass like at window level? No.
I thought it would be sexy, and then I was so offended.
You should
I
have just
was
like
so
gotten his
offended.
dick out.
I
You
don't
can
thi-
do that in
I
the
don't think he
drive-thru.
would have wanted that either. We were in the.
Well, then I agree with you. Don't let him dim your light. You should fuck in the White Castle drive-thru.
I didn't even want to fuck. I just wanted like
Some
a
something.
spanking.
Oh, okay.
Morgan,
Your audience has 2 hands up, actually.
wait, light on.
I
Can
feel
you-
like maybe this would have been a situation where
Wait,
just a titty out would have been.
See, but I don't have a titty, Morgan.
That's the same. What do you mean? Just a little nip.
Well,
Little nip.
I
You should rub
agree.
on your nipple or something.
I forgot to
spilled the
add.
White Claw.
Oh
I forgot to add. I think he was a little overstimulated in that
no.
drive-thru.
Yo, that's terrible. And you popped your ass out. I would have done the same thing. If I was
And-
overstimulated, it could have gone a lot worse.
What are you doing? Stop. It's so fucking
My
funny.
also question was, when you popped your ass out, did your dick pop out in the front on the
No,
window?
no.
Okay.
He just
My dick
mooned
did not
him.
pop out on the
He just
window.
mooned him.
I just mooned him. I wanted like, I don't know
A
what I
little
wanted. I
finger
was
in there?
wasted.
Yeah,
guys.
what did you want him to do? Prime
And then
situation-
afterwards,
prime situation.
The
What
more
did you want him to do?
embarrassing part is that how I acted after. I acted like it was
Yes.
a personal attack. I pouted for like a long Mackenzie.
I stand with you.
And I do
Oh,
too.
thank you.
No, I do too.
In a
He-
White Castle drive.
But that's the thing, too.
I drunk as fuck. But I also understand where he was coming from, where it's like, bro, what?
Well, that's what he was
Honestly,
saying. He
on
was
the
like,
same
I
vibe.
get why you did it. And like, I'm not like mad that you whipped your ass out at the White Castle drive-thru. It just wasn't the time for me. And I was like, okay.
See, I
And then
feel
we had
like
sex.
you could have done something, and like if you had done pretty much anything else sexually in the White Castle drive-thru, if he had reacted that way, I would be like, fuck him.
What a crazy
But
sentence.
because you were just,
If you had done anything else sexually in the White Castle drive-thru.
and I'm being dead ass serious. Like if you had pulled his dick out, your dick out, if you had started kissing all up on him, whatever, and he had been like, "What are you doing? Stop!" I would have been like, "Ew, what a Debbie Downer wet blanket." I'm having fun in the White Castle drive-thru.
Well, that's
but
how
I'm gonna
I
get
felt.
lost.
But then I was like, okay, I get it.
But if you have to still be discreet to an extent.
Oh, I wasn't.
Exactly, and that's why I would be like, hello?
And I think he was also annoyed that I demanded he take me to White Castle after my DJ gig that he sat through for 4 hours. It
Understandably
was
so.
2:30 in the morning.
Yeah. But
Um,
like, what are we gonna do? Not get White Castle on the way home?
and what are we gonna do? Not whip my ass out? Well, never again. But it's all good now. Tay's back from her date, you guys. Live update. Live update. Come on.
I thought it was over.
Well,
I thought my life
Yeah.
was actually over right there, but.
It's
How
a
am I gonna fit in there?
right. I'm gonna
I can
move.
stand behind it.
No, you need to sit down where I was.
First of all, just preface this with she hasn't responded to any of our texts the entire fucking night.
Go update on your
now
date.
I'm
it's
not
time to
gonna
jump
look
in.
at my phone on a date.
Cute.
It's rude. Hey guys.
So, how was your date? This is an interview now.
So my date was really good. He was really kind. And I liked it a lot.
Oh my god!
Okay, tell us more. What did you talk about?
Okay, so first of all, do they know what happened earlier?
No.
What?
Does
Does the audience know about
Did you tell them about earlier?
No.
Go ahead.
I was like,
So
in my
we were
eyes, I was
supposed to
like-
meet at a bar right down the street. And
That we can see from
first of
this
all,
window.
he was late. It was like 7:15. He
25
still hadn't
minutes.
texted me.
At least.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
Turns out he thought it was 7:30. We'll get to that. So we go to the bar. He's finally there, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go. And we get there, and there's a private event inside the bar.
Closed.
And we're both standing there like, oh my god, what? I almost was like, should we just cancel? Like, I'll go back and be with my friends at the pod. But I was like, okay, let's go to Element Eatery. So we go, we park in 2 separate areas. So
Everything's closed.
we meet in the street, we walk in.
Shocking.
And I was like, so like, what was the timing issue? Or like, I don't know how I brought it up.
Good.
But I was like, I was ready at 7. And he was like, I was like getting ready. I set my alarm for 7 to shower. And I said, do you think it was 7:30? And he was like, yeah. And I'm like, I had to scroll up on our text and confirm. You said 7. He's like, oh my God, I totally thought I said 7:30. And I'm like,
Okay, that makes sense.
I'm like,
And
okay,
in which
which
case, he was like 3 minutes early.
yeah, he wasn't late in his eyes.
Okay.
And then so I had 2 margaritas, he had 2 Modelos. Yeah. And we just talked about like work and life and like family stuff. It wasn't all about work because I hate that.
Yeah.
But we talked about family stuff.
What does he do?
Friends, dating. He works at he knows our friend.
And he's heard
Hold on one
whisperings.
second.
I mean,
While I go in, I'll be
well,
quiet.
so I brought up the whisperings. I'm like, and he's like, I might have heard a little bit about that before.
I know several
They
people
work in
who
different
work there that know
divisions.
about it. Everyone knows about it,
I
even
know.
if they work in different divisions.
I know. I think he's heard about it. It was great. I said like I'm really happy we finally got to meet up. Like we both like laughed. I was telling my sister like we've been texting since June. Like,
about just like
and I was like
sporadically.
and I was like, I love that you text me sometimes like once a week. And he was like, yeah, like with my ADHD, like sometimes I'll like think that I texted you back and I'll be like, oh, she hasn't answered me, and then I'll go and look and it's like,
Been
oh,
there.
I didn't answer her.
been there.
And I was like, yeah, I've caught on to that. So then I noticed it was raining, and he had parked closer than me, and I was like, will you drive me to my car? I don't want to be in the rain. So I got in his car. He drove me to my car. We didn't do a car hug because like car hugs are weird to me.
Super weird.
And like we're not gonna hug outside the car because it's raining. So like no hug, but we hugged when we first met on the corner.
Car hugs are weird, as I just told a story.
Did you?
You.
About pulling his entire ass out in the White Castle drive-thru.
No, car. I'll suck a dick in the car, but I will not.
And that's
hug.
what we
And
said.
I will not hug in the car.
And that's what we said.
100%.
I said if you would have sucked his dick or pulled your dick out, it would have been fine. I've done that in the White Castle drive-thru, specifically the same one.
Same.
But I've never turned around and pulled my pants down and showed my ass.
You never know.
Exactly, and you know.
On all fours.
But it was really nice, and but he was like, I'm really glad we got to do this. Like, we should do it again. And I was like, yeah, I would love to do it again.
I'm sorry.
I said, text me when you get home.
Hold on. Did you hold on?
I'm coming.
Did you turn around like this? Like say she's Levi. Did you
Was
turn
this
around
sexual?
like this?
Yes.
Or did you turn around like this?
No, it was the first one.
Okay.
So you
Just wanna
faced
make
your
sure.
ass to the windshield.
I was on the windshield.
Was he
ass.
eating it?
No. Oh, honey.
He wouldn't. He said,
He
"What are you
wouldn't.
doing?"
He was trying to
said,
eat
Stop.
White Castle. He was starving.
And we actually stand with Bobby. At
And
first,
our
we were
ring
like,
light
"Oh my
went
god,
off.
ridiculous of you!" And then we were like, "No, wait, you should
The
just
ring
like,
light went off.
oh,
I
just
can
like
know.
turn it back on."
I still just want to know what you wanted him to do.
I don't know.
Slap it.
Slap it, kiss
Slap
it,
it,
eat it,
give
put
me-
a finger in there. Who cares?
A random finger at White Castle.
You know.
I wouldn't say a random
look.
finger. There's only 10.
Look.
And it's
You guys.
and they're attached to his
We only
boyfriend.
know 10.
You guys, I was not saying that Levi was in the wrong in this
Are
situation.
you wet?
Yeah, but we decided he is. So Levi, I
would've
know
been
you're
right.
listening. Next time Bobby whips his ass out in the drive-thru,
I won't.
I'm on Levi's side.
eat it.
No, they all are, and I am
Well,
too.
because like I couldn't whip out a pussy's too hard to whip out.
That's exactly
Keep
what
in
we
mind,
were
I
saying.
also
But an ass is easier to whip out.
no.
Not
it's
whip
real-
out the dick.
No.
Whip out the
The
dick.
dick
That's
is
what we
easier
said.
to whip out.
He could have whipped out his dick in the Element Eatery parking lot, and I would have maybe done something.
You have it here first.
And I told him, I said, my best friends are actually at my apartment right now filming a podcast.
And what did he say? That's so
He
embarrassing.
giggled.
It's so embarrassing to tell people I have a podcast because I feel like they think we're so whack, but I'm like, you don't get it.
I'm
Oh,
like,
they-
they have at least 100 viewers.
At least. We have 1.4 thousand viewers
Yeah.
on one episode. We
Really?
have 124 subscribers.
Wait, what episode has 1.4 thousand? Million?
No, 1.4
Million.
1,400 views.
That's a
1,400.
lot.
I know.
Bring more gays on.
We must. I have 2 topics left.
Whoa.
The first one is that Sabrina Carpenter is like somewhat responsible for Eric Adams being indicted by the federal
Oh
government.
yeah, and then did you see at her concert?
I
She
did
was like,
see.
should we talk about how I got the governor indicted?
Yeah. Or the mayor.
Sure.
I don't know which one he
It's
is.
the-
Sorry, I
think
don't live
he's-
in New York.
No,
Sorry.
I think he's mayor.
I think he is too. But basically, it was because
She filmed at this church
the
for the Feather music video.
Yeah, the Feather music video she shot at a church. The Pope was upset, or some diocese was upset.
Aw.
Then the person who was another diocese who gave her permission to do it came out and said like, hey, so no, sorry for the misunderstanding. I told her she could go. I was under the impression it was going to be more outside of the church and not in it, whatever. he has been stripped of his title and his duties since then.
Me
And
after
then-
White Castle.
Because of that, because of that situation, it kind of put that guy on the cops' radar. And that guy is connected with one of the mayor's chief of staff, and they have been doing like shady bribery type shit. And now it's all coming to light, and it's like probably most likely literally because of Sabrina Carpenter's Feather music video.
Yeah.
In fucking sane.
She's killing it right now. That's
Like we said last
hilarious.
week, it's unfortunate that I can't love the album because of the lyrics,
Yeah.
but like,
Levi was reading the lyrics to Juno out loud to me, and it's like, I was like, I get it.
Juno?
Yeah, that's one of her songs.
Oh,
Like, I get why you feel that way, because
my
it was
God.
crazy.
disgusting.
It's like, hey, I hope that
Coincidence?
you whip your dick out to a Black Eyed Peas song while I suck it. I'm horny. And I was like, wow.
That's not even the lyrics I'm referring to, but yeah. It's
Mhm.
just the women hating of it all, but we've talked about it, literally run that topic into the
I
ground.
hate them. So emotional.
Women. I have one final topic that I want everyone to be a part of because I want everyone's opinions. The Birds of a Feather music video.
Wait,
No,
We
you know
have
what?
one hate.
No, I take it back.
I just have a question.
Yeah.
I saw something online that people are like unhappy with it.
Yeah, people hate it.
Is it because they thought it would be like her in a field?
Exactly that.
Well, did
Which,
you?
Because I kind of saw that by what I saw online. I mean, I was thrown off by the setting.
I was 100% thrown
And I was like,
off.
oh, she's being pulled around by a string.
I liked
Yeah.
that she was like.
I
thought that was really
because
cool.
have you watched the behind the scenes?
No, but at the end of the day, Billie Eilish makes good music videos, so I knew that, hey, if this is what she wanted to make, it's a good video.
So
Period.
her and I think the director, which I'm guessing she kind of is, but she worked with someone on that one. They were discussing like the meaning behind it, which like was a little implied, but like them talking about it was like made it like a lot better for me, and I just loved it.
Oh yeah, I'd love to see that.
But what I did see that the one criticism that I did like was that it did look like that music video and the Chihiro music video were shot at the same place, and like why?
But
I
I
haven't
think
watched that one
I
yet.
think
It's
that
so good.
was maybe part of her vision, which I didn't get the vision, but I think that was kind of the point.
Yeah, I like the Chihiro one so much more. It's beautiful. I almost cried.
But
Yes.
so someone
Right. I'm over it. Just forget it. The lights are dying and I'm over it.
so
Wait, I'm so sorry. Hate, but
no,
maybe
no,
not.
I changed my mind because
Okay.
I love when she was sitting in the chair and
I
it was
said what I
like
said.
almost like
Yeah,
an instinct
incredible.
to fly with your
You
lover.
said what you
At the
said.
end of the
At the White
day,
Castle
Billie
drive-thru.
Eilish making a video of the
Yeah,
sharks.
love. I never expected any like fucking happy-go-lucky
No.
from Billy, because if you
No,
know
I
Billy,
agree.
like, you
And
know.
the song
Happy
is
go lucky. You expected a field. I know.
I
you
did not expect to feel by any. Have you watched her other videos?
I've seen
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, she
We
like,
were-
cries black and has a tarantula coming out
Yeah,
of her
we all-
mouth like that's just
amazing. Yeah.
to those songs,
Hey,
not
McKenna.
to the type of.
did you watch
I mean,
it?
I get it. I wasn't expecting
I mean,
anything.
the lyrics to "Birds of a Feather" though are like,
Hated.
"I want you to still."
It was so meant to me.
Just
The only part I liked was when she was going.
I just wanted. I don't have a problem with it at all. I love any music
Yeah.
video if it's good. If it's an artist I like, no videos upset me.
Yeah, I'll take a 10-piece mozzarella stick and a loaded fry. But then
But then
someone commented on Twitter that was like, this is lame. Like I expected her to be in a field
frolicking through a field of
with
flowers.
with
Gotta be
animated
expected,
birds.
though.
So then
Animated birds.
the next day,
The next night.
she opens her tour. During Birds of a Feather, there's a video of her frolicking through a flower field
In
with
the most
animated
like
birds.
mockery way
Oh, the
possible.
most hilarious.
She's like through the field, and it's so fucking
So
funny.
fucking funny.
And that's the visuals for Birds of a Feather at the concert.
And that's why Billie Eilish
You will always be famous.
will always be famous.
And they will never make me hate you.
They'll never make me hate you.
And I didn't like the video the first time I watched it, but then I watched it again, and then I watched the behind the scenes, and then I was like, no, I love it. But we were watching it, and I was like, the thing for me is she's so gorgeous in a way that makes me yearn for her, that like she could get on this video and shit, and I would be like, amazing.
Alright, we gotta wrap up. It doesn't matter.
Okay, well that was my last topic, and everything's dead and died, and yeah, whatever. But great episode. Thank you to our live studio audience. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, and we'll see you in the next one. Love you.
It was just bad timing for you to drink the seltzer. I'm not
no.
feeling somber anymore. Drink.
Oh, I meant because of the so much fun.
For sure, and you are supported, and I love you, and you
For
look
sure.
darling, and I love you.
So do you, and I love you.
Like, fuck that. I love you.
Stop. I love you too.
I really do.
I
I'm
love
so
you
sorry.
so much.